What if the news could unite us across our differences? And what's really going on in the halls of power, regardless of who's elected in office? Welcome to the Want to Know weekly newsletter, where we save you time by summarizing important news articles buried by the mainstream, revealing both the darker forces shaping society and the best of human goodness, creativity, and collective power. Here is this week's curated news collection. Do you know who keeps disturbing content out of your social media feed? It's not AI. A hidden industry of content moderators face sexual and violent content daily, removing abusive content that violates policies so that we don't have to see it. Social media companies in the US, UK, and European Union have moved this work to countries like India, the Philippines, and Africa, where content moderators are paid poorly to handle disturbing content, including child porn, beheadings, suicide videos, and other horrific acts of violence on the daily. The traumatizing nature of their jobs have left thousands of content moderators with PTSD, depression, and severe sleep issues. And now, over 150 content moderators working for Facebook, TikTok, and OpenAI recently formed the African Content Moderators Union to call on tech companies to increase salaries, provide quality mental health support, and protect employees from exploitative labor practices. If you use Google's search engine, you might have noticed their new AI summaries that show up at the top of search results. Not only is their new AI generating fake news, like telling users that geologists suggest eating 1 rock per day, or that glue is useful for ensuring that cheese sticks to pizza, concerns are mounting that Google's new AI tool is diminishing the quality of the human search for knowledge and harming community forums dependent on Google traffic. In other news, a quiet global land grab is now underway at the hands of national governments, Wall Street, and other private corporate entities. The Grab is a new documentary that exposes how these powerful players are stealing natural resources from local communities all over the world amid escalating food prices and water shortages. Up to 80% of our healthcare system is spent on chronic diseases that pills and surgeries are failing to address. A prominent doctor and professor who's been diagnosed with 4 chronic diseases wrote a book about the lies that the medical community tells patients about their health conditions, and that these lies fail to address underlying health causes and actually can contribute to the risk of chronic disease. Meanwhile, Americans are paying too much for prescription drugs. In this article, you'll learn about pharmacy benefit managers, the middlemen overseeing prescriptions for more than 200 million Americans, who are driving up the price of prescription drugs while claiming to reduce healthcare costs. We also dive deep into the rampant price gouging in the food and housing systems, where the cost of groceries and rent are skyrocketing for everyday people, while corporate forces in these industries rake in record profits. A poll recently found that 59% of US millionaires would support a global tax on billionaires. Right now, billionaires pay lower income tax rates than those in the working class. A call to establish a global tax on billionaires is underway, and this article suggests that even a 2% tax could go a long way in transforming society for the good. Yet it's not all doom and gloom, and it never is. This week's inspiring stories include over 100 farmers in France who are now being supported by the Public Water Service of Paris to reduce their use of pesticides and switch to organic farming in order to improve water quality, clean up pollution, and reduce water treatment costs. A program in Philadelphia is transforming local wood waste from fallen trees into viable resources for everyday needs, reducing wasteful consumption, and creating job opportunities for the unemployed to help cities become more sustainable. And lastly, the CEO of a credit card company took a major pay cut to provide a living wage for all of his employees, and now the company is thriving. Check out these news article summaries below for the full stories. And remember, we can't shift the chaos we're in until we name it. When we can recognize what's pushing us in our personal lives and as a society, we already have a degree of freedom from it. Challenging information can paradoxically remind us of the greater good. It is the courage of the people and the love for the common good that bring these injustices to light. fueling open dialogue and constructive action.